Hand to the sky, the ancient stood, feet bared in the cool depths of the sand, reaching to measure the luminosity of the stars and the vastness of the skies.
Author C.T. Perez recites Hands to the Sky, one of her poems in Signs of Being, a collection of poetry and prose exploring the Chamorro cultural identity. She describes Signs of Being as a juxtaposition of Chamorro iconography and observations from her senses.
If you peel back all those veils or layers, right, of what Guam is, and you find yourself in that moment, you can feel the air, you can smell the ocean, you can actually feel the earth underfoot, and you can smell the soil. It's this, the way my past, so our past, the Chamorros, that something from the beginning of time that reaches out to me.
It took 30 years to publish the collection, which originated as a paper for her Centers of Pacific Island Studies master's degree at the University of Hawaii in Manoa.
At that time, I was also losing my vision. And so my dream of living in the archives and reading everything there was to read wasn't available to me. And but yet there were these impressions and things I had observed about our history, and I wanted to put them in writing.
She says between the black and white pages of the books she wanted to read, she saw the bloody history of her ancestors.
The best word I can think of is the sanguine nature of our history. So the blood red nature of our history, having survived right through years of colonialism and violence, really, on our island.
That's when she decided to write about the history that aren't in the books. She reached out to different publishing houses in the West Coast, but it wasn't easy.
Now, this is back in the day where you had to actually type things out and like either out on a printer, type it on the computer, print it out, meet other guidelines, send it in a manila envelope with stamps and a cover letter, and then you wait like weeks, months, right, to hear back.
She recounts leaving Hawaii and going back home where life took hold.
Life absorbs. Well, it absorbed me when I came home, having left really as a young adult, coming back to take on responsibilities, right, of family, of living. It just kind of got pushed to the side. I got involved in disability rights advocacy.
It's through the help of those like her nephew and acclaimed poet, Dr. Craig Santos Perez, University of Guam professor Dr. Ann Perez-Satori, and UOG Press that breathed new life to her old manuscript.
It's a very personal and intimate form of art that I hope people will carry with them and take with them. And when they read it, I hope they join me on the journey. So it's a continuing journey of self-realization, of acclamation, of inheritance, of legacy.
On the back of the book are blank pages. She invites readers to join her on the journey by interweaving their own stories and, whether they are Chamorro or not, to celebrate the being of Chamorro.
We should welcome ourselves and not always feel as victims of colonialization, and not just always victims and that we have to beg for money from the United States, but really celebrate who we are, a proud people, a sovereign nation, right? A sovereign nation through millennia. And that if we can peel back all the veneers of everything else that's been imposed on us, really celebrate being Chamorro.
You can hear more from Perez at UOG Press's book launch on Friday, 5:30 p.m. at the Guam Museum. Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.